The crew is ready to discuss how to approach the Remnant City, Pathfinder.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Abandoned. They scuttled everything. Well, we're here. Might as well search it.
Figures all I left was junk.
Ryder, he's got Pock. She's broken, though. Guess Kalinda didn't take very good care of her.
Hey, I don't want any trouble. I found this site abandoned. By scavenger law, it's all mine.
Yeah, right. You made that up.
Scavenger law? Scavengers get to make up the laws? No, then you could just make up new ones. Well, I'm a businessman, you see, so I'm willing to sell if you see anything you like.
Did you see where the crew that used the site went?
Nope. They were trouble, though. Led by a pain-in-the-ass Asari with the meanest spit Krogan toady. They've been picking remnant sites clean all over. Never leave anything worthwhile behind. But, they screwed up and left some choice items here, though.
You ever hear of an Asari named Kalinda Terev?
That's the, pain-in-the-ass Asari I stupidly mentioned. Please don't tell her I called her that, or next time I see her, it's my ass.
Yeah? So you better do right by us. How much for that broken observer?
What, this thing? Yeah, it may look trashed, but I assure you it's easy to fix right up. In fact, I could do it myself and make a killing, so no discounts.
Right. This guy's gonna put her back together. Let's get down to business.
Okay, look, what do you think is fair for the observer?
Take this, and consider yourself lucky.
Yep, that'll do. Pleasure doing business with you.
I'll get her to the Tempest and put her together. Thank you, Ryder. Maybe this Kalinda nightmare is over. That would be nice. Yeah. Regardless, I can upgrade my remnant scanner now. Come see me back at the ship.
Pleasure doing business with you.
We're going to need to research the Ghost Storm tech for the other Pathfinders as soon as we can.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Suvi, that woman on the Nexus, she's a widow of one of my pilots.
The people you were training to explore the Scourge?
Zoe's wife was lost out there. For a fellow pilot, one does the right thing.
Like making sure her widow's got enough credits.
It's the least I can do. The most is conquering the Scourge once and for all.
There you are. Hi. One word, one syllable. That's not like you. I'm just mellow. I reiterate. I received this.
Hey babe, sorry I broke your pet. It lacked versatility. Couldn't keep up. Maybe I'll do the same with your other new toy, Ta.
She means you. I hate her. Don't let her get to you. Can't help it. It's not that she took my bot and broke her. We got Puck back and I repaired her. Better than ever. Now my scanner's fully upgraded and sweeping the cluster for remnant signals. We won. So what's the problem? It's just drummed up feelings I thought I'd put behind me. Turns out I just buried them. This is what happens when you let people in. You acquire baggage. I travel light, damn it. No bet.
You just have to let the right people in.
Right can turn wrong. Good goes bad. I let Kalinda become important to me. Look where that ended up. Now you've become, or you're becoming, important. But you need to know, I resist checking out of this hotel every day.
With accommodations like these, I don't blame you.
Funny. I just need a little space. Time to think. Hopefully, my now REM-tech-infused scanner will pick up something amazing and make all this Kalinda trouble worthwhile.
Get out of my face. Hey, I recognize your insignia. Your Nexus, right? A Pathfinder. Kent Halsey, Nexus Security.
Didn't know your duties reached all the way to Elaaden.
It doesn't. I'm here for... personal reasons. My sister Isabel fell in with the wrong people. She joined the rebellion and was exiled to Kadara. Somehow, she pissed off enough people to end up in this hellhole.
Your security and your sister's a troublemaker. Puts you in an awkward situation.
I don't care about that. I'm here to find her. I know she can't come back to the Nexus, but we can start over on Kadara, together.
You'd give up your life for her?
Izzy's the only family I have. I'd do anything for her. The problem is, I underestimated this planet. I don't have a vehicle or a way to survive the heat. I'm stuck before I've even started.
Don't worry. I can track Isabel down for you.
I hoped you'd say that. I think the salvager from Kadara has info on her. She wouldn't give me anything, but maybe you can get her talking.
Fancy ship you got there.
The scrap will might take it out of here. You just watch.
What's that over there? They look like tanks of some kind.
What are you looking at?
To be honest, I'm curious about what's going on here.
What's going on is none of your damn business. Keep walking, or I'm gonna shoot out your knees.
I thought the rule was no guns.
That won't protect you outside the gates. If you see me there, You better run.
Pathfinder, is it necessary to engage with this individual? I don't see how it helps our cause.
Right. Let's just back away slowly, guys.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Ryder, I heard that little exchange. I don't understand it. They screened every initiative applicant. How did so many of them end up violent and unstable?
You think something's up?
That's what I want to find out. Can you scan the scavengers here in the Paradise and transmit the data to me? And, you know, be discreet. Wow. Be careful around that one, Ryder. Interesting.
Well, well, look at you. I'm good at reading people. Want me to guess who you are?
Shoot.
A Pathfinder. How did she know?
How do you know?
I cheated. I run salvage to Kadara. Word travels fast there. Should hear what the Collective is saying about you.
Well, now I'm curious.
Don't worry. All good things.
You must deal with the scavengers a lot.
No more than I have to. Slavery, cannibalism, gang leader worship. It's enough to make my skin crawl.
Strong words from one of their customers.
I buy from them. Doesn't mean I have to like them. Might be safe here, but out there, if a gang leader wants you dead, you're dead. I don't plan to let my guard down.
You said you run salvage to Kadara? How does that work?
The scavengers come from Hell's Promise to sell me their scraps. I pay them next to nothing.
Charming. Then what?
I haul my loot to Kadara and sell to the merchants. The charlatan takes a portion of my haul, of course. I'm still sitting pretty. Sometimes I even buy water from Ania and sell it at a premium in the flop house. It's a solid life.
If you say so. What's your take on Elaaden?
If the worm or the gang leaders don't kill you, the ataraxia will. I don't know how anyone can live here.
Somehow, they make it work.
Barely. At least once a trip, an escaped slave or ex-cultist tries to bribe me for a ride out of here. Except the Krogan. I've seen New Tachanka. We'd all be lucky to have a setup like theirs.
Got info on someone named Isabel Halsey?
What am I, your personal database?
Come on, you're the only one here who doesn't want to kill me. Just help me out.
Fine, fine. I've never met her, but I heard a few scavengers talking. Mention a cave out in the dunes. Something about Isabel's time being limited. This is the nav point. Just watch out. That's a bad area.
All of Elaaden is a bad area.
Good point.
Ever work with a guy named Reyes?
Reyes? He's one of my buyers, actually. You know him?
Do I ever?
I'll pretend I didn't get the hint behind that one.
Take it easy.
Always do.
New armor, well-maintained weapons. I take it you're not one of the locals.
Think I'll stick out?
Like water in the desert. My boss in here picked up on you from the second you landed.
What's your boss like?
She gave me a job and a place to live. I'm grateful to her for that.
But?
She's not easy on your kind. Water based on nothing but her mood. She didn't live on Kadara like I did. All she's seen is the exiles on Elaaden. It's enough to turn anyone against outsiders. But I don't like seeing people suffer. Even exiles.
So you work for the water merchant?
I design the filtration systems. Now I keep them from breaking down in the heat.
You're an engineer.
Of sorts. On Kadara, I designed defense systems for the settlements. Specialized in hidden traps to use in the dark. I can't continue that work here.
Why?
The sun never goes down on Elaaden. No nighttime. Just constant blazing daylight. It's why the Paradise does so well. Water isn't the only. Can we have shade?
How do you end up here?
Same as anyone. I was desperate. Ran up a debt on Kadara and needed to escape. Life isn't bad here. I moved between the Paradise and New Tachanka, keeping the water tanks running. Sometimes I even go to the flop house to buy extra parts from the scavengers. They respect me there. Still, I miss the exciting stuff. Felt like I was making a difference when I built defense systems.
If you want to make a difference again, the Resistance needs recruit.
The Resistance? It's a nice thought, but I doubt they'd take a lowlife like me.
I should get going.
Careful out there. Pathfinder.
If you want to make a difference again, the Resistance needs recruits on Vold.
The Resistance? It's a nice thought, but I doubt they'd take a lowlife like me.
With your skills, Ephra will welcome you. We don't turn away those who want to fight.
You're a member.
You're looking at one of the best fighters in the Resistance.
Is that so? Vold, huh? Guess it'd be a change from all this sand. All right, fine. I'll check out the camp, see what I can do.
Get out of my face.
Got it. I'll add it to my databanks. That one didn't work. Try someone else. Not a scavenger rider. Fascinating. That one didn't work. Try someone else. Not a scavenger rider.
Herbert Crone and his boys stole a part from some Nexus bastard.
Out of the way just in time.
Hope he killed him.
Left him stranded in a sinkhole.
That one didn't
Serves
work.
those smug
Try someone
assholes
else.
right.
Push off. Push off.
I'll kill each one of you. See if I won't.
Thanks, Ryder. That should be enough. I'll analyze this and let you know what I find.
The worm almost killed me.
Heard you killed
Got out of the way
Glex.
just in time.
Got a problem with that?
Here, no. Out there, watch yourself.
Get out of my face.
Welcome to the paradise.
Thanks.
So, what do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think?
I mean, look around. No guns, no blood, no violence. Outside the gates, you're on your own. But in here, you're safe. Anyone violates the peace, they have to answer to me.
Yeah, everyone's on their best behavior. Is it natural, or are they on something?
Nothing so complicated. These people need me. They need what I sell, so they behave, or they're out. Now what can I get you? How can I help? Just let me know.
You have a pretty good attitude for a place like this.
I've got nothing to complain about. I'm rich and no one messes with me. Most powerful woman on Elaaden.
Yeah?
I don't mean to brag, but absolutely.
What else is here?
I'm a businesswoman, not a tour guide, but I'll tell you what I know if it suits me.
What can you tell me about that derelict ship?
Ah, you came here to get killed, did ya? Scavengers are trying to pull it apart, is all I know. I don't go near their claims. They shoot on sight.
Who lives on this planet?
Desperate folks, mostly. Misfits, some. Those that can't get along in the regular world. Or people willing to make a profit off that desperation.
Like you?
Careful, sweetheart. You want to keep me on your good side. There's a place they call the Flop House, eastish of here. Den of murder and misery. You should pay it a call.
You get along with the Krogan?
Everyone comes to Elaaden with the dream of leaving, except me and the Krogan. They built their colony into a sinkhole. Smart. Keeps it cool enough for them, I guess.
They have their own water?
Unfortunately for them, no. But Morda and I get along well, so far.
What can I buy?
I don't know. What do you have to trade? Mostly I sell water, but you should go out to the tanks if you want that.
Is there anywhere else on the planet to, I don't know, find water?
Not really. And if I don't like the look of you or you get on my bad side, then no water for you.
Nice duds. Better watch your back. There's probably already a dozen people planning to kill you for them.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Just trying to help. So, what else can I do for you?
What do you do on this planet? Why are you here?
Why? Trying to find out where my claim is?
No, relax.
I do the same as anyone else here. Try not to get killed.
Where do you live? Where do you sleep?
There's a flop house not far from here. There's always shelter. Maybe even a bed, if someone died that day.
You know a Krogan named Strux?
Nope. But Krogan are hard to miss. Look around.
We're done.
Suit yourself.
Pathfinder, This area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals. Pathfinder, there is still a risk of the scavengers damaging remnant cores. I suggest using your Omni tool to disable the cores.
Nice work. There. That should do it.
Pathfinder, I detect scavenger interference at additional remnant sites.
Never make it easy for me. Let's go to those other sites.
You know the drill? Let's get those cores. Give your shield assist. Incoming! Get ready!
That's it.
Pathfinder, I am picking up unusual readings at the final site. Energy levels are higher than normal.
The cores. They're already unstable. We need to hurry. Okay, let's get... Uh-oh.
Giving shield assist.
did it. The cores are safe. I dodged a big one, Ryder. Thank you. That something's in there.
Is that a remnant storage device?
Pathfinder, I recommend scanning. Pathfinder, I've extracted data fragments from this cache. They may be valuable later. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Pathfinder, someone is attempting to access your comm unit. Should I patch it through?
Go ahead.
Hello, you're a Pathfinder, right? I recognize your receiver ID. I need help. I'm in the sinkhole. It's the one with... I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Watch out for the crater hole thing.
It's all right. We'll get out somehow.
Oh, good. You heard me. I was starting to think I'd have to walk back to that rundown shack they call a landing zone.
What are you doing out here?
I'm a scientist from the Nexus. I've been surveying Elaaden's geography for several weeks now. And now I'm stranded on this hellhole.
I take it your shuttle broke down?
Well, yes and no. A few days ago, my shuttle overheated and died. Then I ran out of water. After 2 days without a drop, I got desperate. Ended up trading a part from my ship to some scavengers. Once the delirium subsided, I realized my mistake. Turns out I sold them my thruster, which you need to fly.
The Tempest can get you back to the Nexus in no time.
And leave my ship here to be picked apart. If I leave, that shuttle needs to come with me. I figure since you're a Pathfinder, maybe you can talk to the scavengers. Get that part back.
I'll have that thruster for you in no time.
Helpful and efficient. I like that. I'll give you the nav point for their camp. Be ready. They're a prickly bunch.
Are you studying the sinkholes here?
I'm trying to figure out what causes them.
Any luck?
My scans show a high concentration of calcium carbonate deep below us, high enough to create pockets of brittle rock. These pockets break down and collapse, and it causes a chain reaction all the way to the surface. Incidentally, that would also account for all this sand.
Have you learned anything useful about Elaaden?
That depends on what you consider useful.
Try me.
Well, I assume you know Elaaden receives constant sunlight. There is no nighttime. But I've found evidence of a rare temperature dip, which means the planet experiences an occasional eclipse. Can you imagine? Constant blazing sun for years, then a week of night. It must be jarring.
Good luck out there.
should be the camp. Where are the scavengers?
It appears he's been dead for several hours, Pathfinder.
But who killed him?
Pathfinder, I detect movement. Someone is behind that door. Analysis of alcohol content reveals it was brewed here on Elaaden.
Made here? Out of what?
It's probably safer if you don't know, Pathfinder.
I can be friendly. Let's talk this out.
You want to tell me why you were sneaking around in there?
You saw the camp. When Axius comes, the only thing to do is hide.
Who?
You haven't heard of him? Axius leads the meanest gang on Elaaden. They run raids on other scavenger camps, never leave anyone alive. Last night, they picked our camp. I was lucky enough to find a hiding place. Been in there ever since.
Your gang bought a thruster from a scientist recently. I want it back.
That piece of junk? Didn't even fit our ship. Axius must have taken it. He took everything. You can try getting it back from him if you have a death wish. I'll even give you the nav point.
You going to be okay by yourself?
This happens all the time. I'll find a new gang. Oh, one more thing. If you see Axius, shoot first. He's not a talker. I can be friendly. Let's talk this out.
I detect multiple life forms, Pathfinder. Likely Axius and his scavengers. Records indicate Axius has multiple bounties on his head. Be careful, Pathfinder.
Got 'em all.
Tough one. I like it. Never cross Axius. Never cross Axius. You're fighting you. You're fighting you.
This appears to be the thrust catalyzer from Nora's ship.
Finally. Let's get it back to her.
Don't look down.
Yes?
I got your ship's thruster back. Well, catalyzer. Same thing.
Seriously? I wasn't sure you'd pull it off.
I went to a lot of trouble for that. Took down some nasty scavengers.
I'm not surprised. They're an unpleasant bunch, aren't they? Well, I'll install this and be on my way. I've got a lot of planet to cover.
Be careful out there.
Right. I hadn't thought of that. Thanks for the rescue, Pathfinder.
Should have known.
She'll run this place in the ground.
You were late this morning. So, you're late every morning. When you can drag a shuttle carcass here from Gehenna Valley, you can tell me when to wake up. Well, look at that. Not one of those damn scavengers, are you?
I'm with the Andromeda Initiative.
That's worse. Look, you want to buy, talk to my seller. I hired him so I don't have to deal with the customers.
Bet the scavengers are crawling all over the salvage you pick up.
Not too bad. I picked my scrap out in Ataraxia, where squishies like you can't handle the heat. I don't get too close to the flophouse. Scavengers gather there like insects. Can't defend my salvage against those numbers. Look at me. I was a warrior, and now I fight vermin over a junk heap.
The Nexus is paradise compared to this. You don't want to go back? Even a little?
So we can be your attack dogs again? Get treated like dirt until we finally fight back? This is no different than the rebellion back home. Only time we get respect is when we take it by force. We were stupid to think it would be any different here.
You talk like you saw the rebellions. You can't be as old as Drac.
What's that supposed to mean? I was born during the final year, just before the Turians hit us with the Genophage. My father died in the fight on Canron. Took 24 Turian guns to drop him. I'm glad he didn't live to see us riding in cargo on the Nexus like pets.
I should get moving.
I'll be here, selling junk. Pathfinder, welcome. You don't welcome an alien into our colony, you ignorant child. Shut up, old man. Sorry about that. Don't mind him. Credits are credits, I say.
About time someone around here is friendly.
Just give him time. Prove you're one of the good ones. Now buy something before he starts yelling again.
Best gear mods on them.
Does Morda ever stop barking orders?
Pathfinder, when you travel, do you meet many Angara?
Sometimes.
Have you met one named Lieta?
I don't think so. Why?
She was a salvager, made runs to Elaaden all the time. When she landed, she would always stop here first. We climbed the dunes together, took in the view, talked for hours. Lieta had a hard time in this heat, so I said I'd make her a cryo bracelet.
I bet she appreciated that.
I never got the chance to give it to her. One day she just stopped coming. I don't know where she is, if I'll ever see her again.
You think something happened to her?
She could have taken a new job. Maybe she was sick of Elaaden. But if there's even a chance she ran into trouble, I can't stand not knowing.
Tell me more about Lieta.
She's adventurous, optimistic. Her jokes could make a Krogan blush. In a place like this, she stood out. I think she'd stand out anywhere.
I could track her down for you. Make sure she's okay.
Salvager at the Paradise might know something.
I would like that. If you find her, will you give her the cryo bracelet? Tell her she can use it to visit me again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
You seem different from the other Krogan.
My father called me a Solarian in a Krogan body. Supposed to be an insult. Joke's on him, though. I like Solarians.
Sounds like Helios was an easy choice for you.
New galaxy, new life. Not interested in being a merc like my father, or battling it out on Tachanka. I almost didn't want to be packed into cryo for the journey. Wanted to see the whole thing.
Would have been pretty lonely.
Never been bothered by loneliness. The views would have been worth it.
What are you doing up here?
Looking. Back home we didn't have time to just stop and look.
Is life that different here?
It was all about survival. Here we don't have to fight so hard. Of course, the older ones still think they have to fight. Maybe it's just in their blood.
They'll come around.
I should get going.
Should track down a fiend later. It's been ages since I had a good fight.
I'm leaving. No way this colony will make it.
Come on, you have nowhere to go.
Heard Sloan on Kadara is hiring.
So you're the human Pathfinder. You look different from the pictures I saw.
You probably saw pictures of my dad.
Your dad? You replaced him as Pathfinder?
It's a long story.
Haven't really kept up with Nexus news. Enough trouble to occupy me here.
Scavengers?
Amongst other things. You seen the Flophouse yet? That's where they get together. 80% shacks, 100% trouble. I'll give you the nav point so you can avoid it. Or not, as you choose.
Have you had much trouble with the scavengers at the colony?
Not yet. They're not that stupid. A bunch of squishies against 100-odd Krogan? Give it a little time. Resources run low, they'll get desperate, and who knows?
Tell me more about the Flophouse.
It's a loose collection of shelters where some scavenger gangs gather. They knock each other around, drink, and then when they're all riled up, run raids. And if you get close when they're hungry, well, that's how I lost a liver and gained a limp.
Thanks. This information will come in handy.
Just trying to help. Be careful out there, Pathfinder.
on the worm.
Don't be stupid. It's invincible.
Did that ever stop me before? Should have known Morda would take over.
She'll run this place into the ground.
Back on it.
Get away from Morda.
Varka, listen to yourself.
I know what I saw. Did that worm think I wouldn't notice? It's my squad, not Gren's, and I'll be damned if I let them take orders from him.
What do you want me to do?
Handle it, Kortik, or I will.
Half the time, I feel like I'm the only one holding this colony together.
Trouble?
Varka and Gren fought together back home, side by side, but always in competition. Made them stronger. Now they have no enemies to fight, so they're fighting each other. I can see the tension building, colonists taking sides. This is how clan wars start.
A divided colony will never survive out here.
Which is why we need to act fast. Best way to stop this feud is to perform a rite of union.
Which is?
Shove them into a ring with a beast. Make them fight as a team. Defeating a common foe creates a powerful bond. Krogan don't take that lightly. Help me perform the rite, and we can hold this colony together.
How am I supposed to help with the rite?
For one, they need something to fight.
I hope you don't mean me.
No, but I do need you to help me drive a beast into the arena. Shamans make a special lure for this. Should help subdue it.
You really think Varka and Gren could cause a war?
Big problems can start out small, not taking any chances.
I'll do whatever I can to help.
Good. Set this lure out in the wilds to attract a fiend. The beast might be feisty at first, so stay on your toes. I'll keep Varka and Gren from each other's throats till you get back. Good luck.
Sure thing, Krat. I have stories, let me tell you.
Someone get this Nexus trash out of here.
You Revener Brank? Struck sent me. He said that you...
Yes. Find me later near the fighting pit.
Hey, Nexus. I'm the one you talk to around here.
Are you Morda?
I'm Nakmor Morda, Overlord of the Krogan in Helios.
Overlord?
Drac, Kesh said you had a new job.
She didn't tell me you did.
And you're the celebrated Pathfinder from the Hyperion, found at last.
I'm Ryder.
This is thrilling. I've never stood so close to a Pathfinder before. Mostly because the Krogan never got one. Welcome to New Tuchanka.
I understand you and your people are pissed off.
Humans were welcomed into the Citadel Council with open arms, while the Krogan endured centuries of oppression. You have no idea. Your understanding only makes me mad.
Okay, gotcha. Loud and clear.
Why are you here, Pathfinder? To see what a successful colony looks like.
Our outposts are new. We could use the advice.
Your manipulation is so transparent. No advice for you, only regret. Watch, the Krogan will thrive and the initiative will pay. Get out of my face before I smash it.
A pleasure catching up with the new Krogan hierarchy. See you soon.
Morda's a hard ass, but that surprised even me. Not good.
Yeah, maybe.
The initiative will pay. She said that, right? I didn't imagine it.
Let's talk to Brank before we freak out.
Rin-call to humans. Matter of principle.
What's Rin-call?
Krogan alcohol. Like drinking a live grenade. I distill it myself. Strongest in the galaxy.
That's impressive.
Not really. I'm the only distiller in the galaxy.
Remind me to stock up.
What made you pick up and come to Helios?
I was sick of living on a dead planet, watching my people tear each other apart. Hitching a ride on the Nexus was a chance to start over.
But you left the Nexus.
And built this. Best decision the Krogan ever made. Just wish it was on better terms. Not wise to burn bridges out here.
What was it like traveling on the Nexus?
Don't know. I remember Solarians packing us into cryo. Some of us needed a double hit to fall asleep. Then, nothing. Suddenly we were here. You want to know more, ask Barrack. Says he woke up mid-journey and lived 50 years alone on the Nexus.
He has to be lying.
Probably. Good story, though.
What's it like living out here?
It's no paradise, but it's easier than Tuchanka. Back home, stepping outside during a nuclear wind could tear the plate from your skull.
What do you have against selling Rin-call to humans?
Spend too much time babysitting humans who think they can stomach it. Fact is, you can't. Maybe it won't kill you, but it'll leave me a mess to clean up.
I bet I could handle it.
Typical.
That's all for now.
Back to it.
Ryder, this is Grot, an old friend. Practically built this whole place. Don't let the fact that he's Earth not bother you. We can't help it. What do you think of the colony? Pretty great, huh?
It's... rustic?
That's what we're going for. Rustic. I'm guessing you have questions.
There's a lot of prefab materials here, and shuttles.
Some of it was gear we had stored away on the Nexus. The rest we sort of stole when we left. Not like anyone was gonna stop us.
How long has the colony been here?
Since we left the Nexus. After the mutiny.
Just like that? Leave the Nexus, start a colony?
We're Krogan, kid. We can live anywhere. Could have parked our tails on a volcano and handled it just fine.
How do you know Drac?
We mined together back when our quads had barely dropped. Now I just can't seem to get rid of him.
You seem at home here, Drac.
And you're not getting any younger. Ever think of retiring? The day you dig my grave, old-timer. Sad honor that'll be.
I'll talk to you later.
Don't forget to talk to Hart. He's in Vorn's greenhouse.
Got the orders from Morda. We're cutting water rations again.
I don't like this. They won't take much more.
For now, we do what she says.
Pathfinder? You hear about Varka and Gran?
It's stupid. I thought we'd left those pointless rivalries behind. Pathfinder, thanks for rescuing Vorn. If anything had happened to him, I don't know how I'd live with myself.
Just be careful, Hark.
Yeah, learned my lesson.
Know anything about those crazy plants out on the dunes?
The red ones? Well, there used to be a lot more of them.
What do you mean?
You see all those red banners outside? The red paint on the walls? Yeah? The crushed leaves make a perfect dye. Other than that, not much use. Pretty to look at, though.
How's research going?
Slowly. We're fine on Elaaden, but plants aren't. They need a better defense against the elements. I want to experiment by crossing vegetation with the native animal life on Elaaden.
From what I've seen of the wildlife, those will be some exciting plants.
Now I just need to convince Vorn. He thinks it's too dangerous. I guess there's a chance of breeding carnivorous plants like the ones back home, but it's worth the risk.
Be careful, Hark.
I know. I will. I don't think I properly thanked you for the rescue back there. So, thank you.
Helping out the colony was good enough for me.
Drac threw his lot in with the right person then.
What are you working on in here?
Mostly developing hardier strains of Milky Way plants, so they can survive here. Mixed results so far. Fruit-bearing plants seem to do the worst, unfortunately. At least with a bolt online, my job is a little easier.
So, you and Kesh.
Yeah, we actually knew each other before we came to Helios. But it wasn't until we worked together on the Nexus that we really got close. I really care about her, Ryder. Drac doesn't hate me, does he? I'm right here. And no, I don't. Actually, I have a favor to ask you, Ryder.
What kind of favor?
Well, I, developed a certain kind of flowering plant, and I might have named it after Cash. I was thinking, the next time you're on the Nexus, maybe you could give it to her from me? Seriously?
You're adorable, Vorn. Hand it over.
And tell her this flower couldn't grow on Tachanka, but has a new life here. Just like us.
See you around, Vorn.
come back soon. Feel the breeze today. Can't believe the weather's so different.
Ran into some of those scavengers on patrol.
That's where your gas came from?
Don't tell anyone a human gave me this.
Come on. We have to try, at least.
You're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Don't talk like that. Hey, Nexus, back me up. The Initiative did cure the genophage like they promised, right?
Not a cure. They've made some good progress.
Barely. There's no point in getting our hopes up.
It's our duty to populate the colony with strong Nakmor offspring. Am I right?
Have you tried having kids before?
Of course. Before the journey and after and often. We just need to keep trying.
Doesn't hurt to try?
It's easy for you to say. Your children don't die in their eggs.
You need to listen to her on this one. Maybe back off a little.
Don't you want a few little ones running around?
You know I do, but I'm not setting myself up for heartbreak. I'll consider it when the cure is actually a cure.
Ignore Team Rinko. My hurt's blood threshers. That's much better.
Ravenor Brank.
Quiet. Anyone tells Morda I'm talking to you and I'm kicked out.
Last thing I want to do is jeopardize the Nexus or this colony.
Me neither. Or Clan Ravenor. Or Clan Jorgal. Or Clan Erdnot. Some in Clan Nakmor, too.
Okay, got it.
Did you see the crashed ship as you landed? Morda's after the drive core.
She can't activate it. It's remnant.
What are you talking about? She's building a bomb.
With the drive core as a power source. Sam?
Dangerous to those handling it, but in the end, very possible.
Demolition teams have been busting down walls for months, battling those robots and scavengers. Lots here want peace with the Nexus. If Morda gets that drive core, boom, it's over. Now get away from me. Thanks, Frank. Does Morda ever stop barking orders?
A bomb?
Tickets for Team Rin Call sold here.
Ryder, I've analyzed the scans you sent me. I found something odd. Each scavenger's neurons were firing at an abnormal rhythm.
What does that mean?
It's only a theory, but I think some people are more susceptible to complications that can happen during the cryo process. Their neural paths were altered in cryosleep. It's not curable, but I've developed a serum that should subdue the symptoms. I left it at the Paradise. When you pick it up, I'll tell you what to do.